Hi, Dusty Shell, Director with Usborne Books More, here to share with you some really great math resources that we carry that can help make math not be such drudgery. I am not a math person, so forgive me if you are and you don't look at math that way, but I do. So I wish that I'd had some of these resources when I was a child, and I would have enjoyed my math classes a whole lot more. If you want to start with the youngest children, we have this fun sticker book, First Number Sticker Book, and it's a great introduction to numbers 1 through 10. And it has here stickers for every page that are big and large, good for small hands, easy to peel off. And what they can do is on the page for the number, they can continue to make a scene with that number. And it also will ask them simple questions or tell them, put 7 sandcastle stickers on this picture, and then they'll go back to the corresponding sticker page and pick out those sandcastles and come put them on here. And then they can count them and the other pictures and things that they can find on the page, like flowers or birds or people or other animals or houses. In our Wipe Clean book series, which are books that you can use dry erase markers or crayons on and reuse them over and over again, we have Wipe Clean, Telling the Time. And it's just a basic introduction that they can use the marker on to trace and draw the hands on the clock for the various times that it asks. It just reaches normal hours and half past and quarter after. Nothing really in between. Just the very beginning introduction to standard and digital clocks. And as I said, these are reusable time and time again because you just use a simple dry erase marker on there and they can trace and write and then wipe it off and do it again. If you've never heard of learning wrap-ups, I'm happy to introduce them to you. This is a learning wrap-up, and this is for addition. And what it is a set of keys, and each one has numbers down both sides. And this is the +1. So what you do is you would take this key, your child would. These are really great for solidifying their math facts or just for practicing. What you do is you look at this number, 3 + 1, and you take the string that's attached to these keys and you wrap it to the 3, and then you find the answer on this side. So 3 + 1 is 4. So you would wrap this here, and then you would do the next one. 6 + 1 is 7. So you'd wrap it here and here. And you would continue on down till you got to the bottom. And these are self-correcting. So once they finish the entire key, they could then turn it over. And if you can see the little ridges, they're not as easy to see on here. If they got all the answers correct, the string will actually cover all of those lines for them, so they'll know that they got them correct when they answered. And this goes up to +10. That's addition. We also have subtraction, multiplication, division, and even fraction. So this makes math practice a little bit more fun for kids. My children like to take these even in the car on car trips and play with them. So hey, math practice. We have an awesome set of math dictionaries. We have First Illustrated Math Dictionary, Illustrated Elementary Math Dictionary, and the Illustrated Dictionary of Math. And these are all introductions to key terms and concepts in math, but they vary on the age that they're geared toward. This one is really good for preschool, kindergarten children. It gives them easy definitions for very, very basic math concepts. You could probably use this actually for a little bit older child too, for the first few years, maybe preschool into early elementary. And then this one gets a little bit more complicated in its explanations for your children. These are really awesome if you're stumped on a math problem in your math text. You can come and use this and help explain in a more colorful fashion. And then the last one is for even more upper level math. It has over 500 definitions of key math terms in here and has illustrations and diagrams and explanations all through. There's also internet links in each one to help you find more math resources. You can buy these all individually, and you can even buy these in one set if you want to have them on hand for your children as they get older for only $35.99. This is a relatively new addition to our catalog, the Times Table Activity Book. making an activity book out of math. My 10-year-old daughter has already completed this whole thing, and she did it in just a couple of days, just about. Or there might be a few pages she didn't get to, but and she loved it and asked me when we would come out with another one. So this is just good if you want to give them some extra fun time, but math practice too. This is not a math book, but it really is. It is a super, super fun book that uses art to teach math concepts, so you're kind of tricking them. It focuses a lot on geometric shapes and graphs and 3D shapes and diagrams, and it presents it in a way that makes it really fun. They feel like they're doing an art project, but really they're learning about math. And finally, we have Lift the Flap Times Tables, one of our best-selling flap books that we have that also introduces times tables up to 12. Through the flaps, it'll have the whole fact family on the side, and then you have flaps, and this one even has a fun spinning wheel to help them practice the answers. See, 12 times 2 is 24. They get to move the Ferris wheel. 12 times 11 is 132, and so on and so forth. And every page has multiple flaps and activities to help them practice their multiplication tables. If math had been that fun when I was a child, I might not have avoided it so much when I was older. I hope this was a helpful video to show you some of our fabulous math books.